Hello, welcome to day 8 of the 30 for 30 challenge. Is going to be Andrew O'Hara. He's going to be joining us under his Facebook page called Virtual Singing Telegrams. So he will tell us a little bit about what that's about, and then he'll tell us a little bit about himself, and then we can jump into the question of the day for day 8. So just waiting for Andrew to pop in. As usual, I love the Facebook Live stuff. I think this has become second nature to me now. Just gonna wait. Okay. So maybe while we wait, we can discuss a little bit about the, oh, there we go. Got a request. Here we go.
Hey,
Yeah. Hi, Andrew. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here.
hmm
I was just doing a little intro about the fact that you're joining us through virtual singing telegrams, and I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that, about yourself, and then I'll ask
Sure.
the day 8 question.
So yeah, virtual singing telegrams kind of came about by not by accident exactly, but by somebody else's suggestion. I posted some videos on our group page with me just singing different songs and stuff like that. And one of them that I posted was me singing to my daughter through Instagram last year for her birthday. And I sang a couple of the songs that she loves and just talked about her. And somebody said, "Well, have you ever thought about doing that, like selling that?" And I was like, "No." But yeah, so it just got the wheels turning. And so the way it works is somebody would contact me and hire me for whatever occasion. It can be birthday, anniversary, anything. And then basically we would talk, figure out not only, let's say for it is for a birthday, of course I'm going to sing happy birthday. And then we'll figure out a song that the person likes. And I will sing that song, sing happy birthday, and generally just introduce myself to them. And then also I try to find out something personal about about the person I'm singing to. So that way, that way I'm able to personalize the video even more. And yeah, I'm trying to work on a way to do it live, but as of right now, it's just making the video itself. But what's great about it is that first of all, it's outside the box. It's not what you know. You can't go to the store and buy that. The other part of that is that it's something they can keep forever. You know, it's not just a one-time experience. The video is there forever to be able to watch anytime they want, to be able to share with their friends, that sort of thing. So I'm excited about it. I've done a few already, and it's been going well. The people that I've done it for seem to really love it. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's customized, it's unique, it's different, and you're not only limited or restricted to birthday, right? So it's across the.
No, absolutely not.
Mm.
Yeah, I did it for an anniversary. Found out what their song was, and actually that and kind of a couple of songs that meant something to them, and that's what the video was about for them. It could be a graduation, it could be any number of things. You could just because, you know, just because you want to do something nice for somebody.
Yeah, to lighten their day and brighten their day or all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Weddings, you do all that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So yeah, and just outside of that, I also sing for weddings, and I sing for funerals as well, or for any special occasion, but those specifically. Singing for funerals is something very close to me, very passionate about. Uh, just a quick story: when my dad passed, I come from a very large family. I have 8 siblings, and we all either sing or play an instrument. the decision was made, and so many of us were so upset and so just not thinking that the decision was made to hire somebody from the funeral home. Now, and nobody was asked or anything. That's just what the decision was made at the time. Um, and the person who sang was up in a balcony, and we never laid eyes on them. We had no idea who they were, and it was just like this disembodied voice, and it really upset me. I felt like we are a family of musicians, and we let some stranger do this, and they didn't even have the courtesy to show their face. So I decided right then and there I was never going to let that happen for anybody else in the family, and that if I could change that for anybody else, that I would. So obviously, I'm not going to know every person that I sing for, or their family, or anything like that. But I will. But I do make sure that I introduce myself, find out something about the person that I'm singing for, and make it as personal as I possibly can. And I refuse to not sing in front of people.
Right.
When my sister passed in 2017, uh, the singing actually was able to bring some levity to it. I sang the song "Smile" by Nat King Cole, and it just it lightened the room a little bit. This was horrible. My sister was actually the age I am now, and it was such a horrible experience. But then at the same time, it was a way to be able to give some light to it, and to show everybody, yeah, she's gone, but she's no longer in pain, and
Right.
and things like that. So yeah, it's something I'm very passionate about.
Beautiful. That's so unique and lovely. And if someone wanted to get a hold of you, is it the best way to message you on Facebook? Is that okay on here?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you. With that, we'll segue to the question of day 8.
Okay.
So you and I took leadership training, transformation training together. So my
Mhm.
question to you is, what are 3 takeaways from leadership transformation for you specifically?
Sure. My first takeaway is just the overwhelming support and sense of family.
Mm,
I mean, there were 100, and in our graduating class there were 122 of us. Not to mention all of the leadership, the coaches, the mentors, etc. And just knowing that from this point forward, I can reach out to any one of you and know that I'll have support. And the same goes, for anybody else reaching out to me, knowing that that we're going to support each other, that we love each other, that we've gone through this incredible experience together, and just like I said, I have a big family, but I feel like I have a bigger one now.
yeah, absolutely. So good.
Next, I would say that, and this is the last two are incredibly important. I have a lot of things in my past. We all do. Um, and I was very open about it during the training about my physical and mental health disabilities, and I went into that training very much being my disabilities, and I'd been that way for a long time. And what I learned is, we often hear during leadership, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible but at the same time, obviously with confidentiality, but we often hear the word story, and it tends to get used in a negative connotation, but I don't look at it that way. We all have a story. You have a story. I have a story. All 122 of us had stories, and that's okay. And really what I kind of got down to is I get to have my story, but it doesn't get to have me anymore.
Mm,
And I get to have my pain and my mental health issues and all these things from my past. They're all part of me,
mm,
but they aren't me. And that was a big deal. To finally be able to put words to that is really a big deal for me.
mm,
Which kind of segues into the third takeaway, which is being able to shift. That is such a massive thing for me. I'll use the singing as an example. I posted a video of me singing karaoke after our breakthrough graduation, and somebody's like, gosh, you just seem so free, and and it never had occurred to me that when I sing, that is when I feel the most free.
Right. Wow.
And the pain's still there, all this stuff is still there, but it fades. And there was a day not that long ago that I was just having a really bad day. Just I was depressed and in pain, and just it was just not fun. And I found myself getting into that funk.
Mm.
And so I just started singing. And by the time I was finished singing the song that I sang, I felt so much better. And I felt that freedom come through, and that's what I mean by being able to shift. I was able to shift out of where I was, and in that case through singing. And there was another time I was trying to do the singing telegram thing, and it just was not working. I was having just beating my head against the wall trying to get this to work. And this was either the first or second one I did. I think it was the second one, because the first one I literally was a phone call. But so this was the first video I was doing, and it just wasn't going well. And because of I have bipolar disorder, and because of that, I often wonder: am I reacting appropriately to a situation, or is it the bipolar that is leading me to react more intensely than maybe other people would? And in this situation, I was really frustrated and everything, but I felt like I was appropriately frustrated. And because of that, because of understanding that, because of the support from my coach and my team, I was able to shift out of it pretty quickly and
Wow.
just say, you know what, I'm going to set this to the side from right now, and I'll come back. And I went and just rested for an hour and just stopped thinking about it and shifted into a totally different frame of mind and went back and did it, and I got it on the first take. So yeah, that skill of learning how to shift from one way of thinking and one way of being to another is huge. That's been something that's been hugely beneficial for me.
And with that point, it sounds like all three of your takeaways were kind of embedded into one.
Yeah, it all ties together.
Yeah, because even the community that you described with our staff and our teammates was part of the shift with you initially.
Hmm.
Maybe now you probably take it into your day to day because you're awakened to the possibility of it, the concept
Hmm.
of, and that.
Absolutely. So when I went into leadership, I went into it for all the wrong reasons. I My girlfriend had broken up with me in May, and I was devastated. I didn't see it coming. I should have, but I didn't see it coming. And I'm 44 years old. I've been in love with this girl since I was 18. So this is, it's been a long process for us to finally be together. So she had done leadership. She had always said she wanted me to do leadership, and I had dragged my feet about it, and felt like, no, this isn't something I need, and I would only be doing it for you and everything. Well, I was only doing it for her.
Mm.
Um, and even throughout the first part of it, that's kind of still where I was. And then in the second part of it, I was like, you know what? I've spent the money. I'm here. I'm going to get as much out of this as I can. It's silly to just go through the motions, because that's what I was doing. I was just getting through it. And I started to really invest, and it changed things significantly. And I bring that up because we are now together. And yeah, and it's created this intimacy within our relationship where we're speaking the same language. And when she's having a rough day, she knows that she can count on me to be able to use some of the skills we learn in leadership to be able to shift out of that. And that she also knows that I can support her in a way that I wasn't able to support her before.
Right.
And vice versa. Even though she had the skills that she had learned, with somebody who hasn't been through it, it's tougher to connect in that way.
It's almost,
And that is, go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, when you're skilled and equipped, and then you're dealing with people who aren't, it's almost feels wasteful. Like you want for people to know
Right.
mutually how you can benefit from it together. But it's also, if they don't know what the language, like you said, it's not even like verbatim language, it's like the concept, the language of the love,
Right.
right? It's like if people don't know what you're referencing or what you're trying to get at with the equipped version of you, it's almost like it falls on deaf ears. It's a sad waste to me. That's
Yeah.
so
And it's interesting for me because the people that are closest to me know I didn't want to do it.
right.
Like, know that I complained about it. I'm like, I don't know why she wants me to do this thing. I don't know why it's such a big deal. I don't want to do this. Like, I would literally only be doing it for her. And then coming out of it, them seeing that change in me,
Mm,
and not only a change in my behaviors and my personality, just in and I don't mean that I'm a different person, because I'm not. We're all the same people that we were. We just look at things a little differently, I think, and handle things differently. But they've seen that change in me. And then for me to talk so positively about leadership and about my experience, I think it hits home for them a lot more because of how much I didn't want to do it, how much I was just like, this sounds like crap. I don't want it. And for me to come out of it going, no, really, I think this would benefit you, they're going, oh, like if you're saying that now based against what you said 6 months ago, yeah, there must be something to it. So while I haven't enrolled anybody yet, I'm close. I'll get there.
aw. Well, they'll be very fortunate to have that type of language with you. So that's
Hmm.
incredible. Have it with your girlfriend already, which is amazing.
Right, right.
And, and we didn't talk about this, but you also have children.
I do. I have 3 kids.
So how is
I have. Go
then
ahead,
now?
please.
Well, how is your
So my sons are complicated. Um, their mother and I don't get along, and she has been keeping them from me for a very long time. I don't have contact with them. I know about their school because I get emails from the school and I can contact the school and talk about them and everything. But they've blocked my number. Like, so that's something that I'm still handling and still working on all the time. That said, my relationship with my daughter is excellent. And I've even talked to her about possibly enrolling because I really feel like there would be a huge benefit for her. She's definitely got some things in her past. She's got her own story, and she goes to therapy, which I think is wonderful, and she really benefits from it. She believes in it to the point where when her mother and I stopped paying for it when she turned 18, she's continued anyway. And so I'm really happy for her for that. So, like I said, we have a fantastic relationship, and I think her seeing the difference in me as far as how I carry myself, and again, not no longer being my illness,
right?
and she can see that in me and can see just the way my demeanor has changed, and really is really happy for me, and it's helped change our relationship, and I wouldn't say in a significant way because we've always had a wonderful relationship, but I know that it's maybe a little more relaxed now. It's not always so intense from my side of things. We can talk, and it doesn't have to always be these negative things that are going on with me. And yeah, it's been great. In fact, she's coming to visit not this weekend, the next weekend.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm excited. Her and my mother are both coming to visit.
beautiful. That's amazing. Okay, I kept you longer than usual. I
That's
apologize.
okay.
I
No,
really
no, no. That's me. I get going, and it just happens.
no, you know what? It was just so beautiful to see the insight of everything, your wisdom and your authenticity. The fact that you've shared so much with me and with us in the short period of time. And everything you said landed so well with me too, because it was all just like me. Like everything you've explained is how I felt about the leadership transformation, my resistance initially and then throughout, feeling like, what am I doing? Am I doing? And then by the end of it, I was like blown away.
Yeah.
And the experience of you and everyone else. Like part of the experience is me and my journey, but the other part of it has significant relevance about my teammates' journeys. Like seeing you
Hmm.
from the beginning, from day one to the end of the
Hmm.
graduation, incredible. So along with everybody else in our team.
Right, right. No, that's, it's been such a joy to see, you and I have talked about this. We have a team member, and I'm not going to get specific because of confidentiality, but he's 82 years old. And his change from the beginning to the end was incredible, because there was so often that it just didn't seem like he was there. And then by the end, he is just nailing everything and he's fully invested. It's fantastic. And it's the joy that we all feel for each other is really remarkable. Just everybody's pulling for each other and everybody wants each other to succeed, not only in our various projects that we do and all of that, but just succeed in daily life. And yeah, it's been a really remarkable experience. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, thank you. Everything you said was wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and for your
Hmm.
energy. And I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye, Andrew.